everybody and welcome to today's video. Today's video is super interesting and one that's very close to my heart. I will be interviewing my granddad, Graham Oliver, who is the guitarist who founded the heavy metal rock band Saxon. He was in the band from the 70s, 80s to the early 90s and originally performing in Son of a Bitch in the 70s. My granddad is a true hero and quite literally one of the coolest granddads out there. I am just so incredibly proud of everything he's achieved in his lifetime. I think he has just worked so hard and it's just so cool to watch videos back and just be like, this is my granddad. I do actually have a photo of him, a drawing of him up on my wall over there in my little art corner, and it's kind of like a reminder for myself to just keep striving to achieve my dreams like my granddad, and eventually you will, with lots of hard work.
We just kept doing and believing, and that's the only thing you can ever do. It just takes a long time.
Touring all over the world, today I thought I would ask my granddad all about his music career, and I recommend that you also watch the YouTube videos about him. I think they are just so interesting, and watching him perform in that era is just absolutely mind-blowing. My granddad was actually diagnosed with Parkinson's disease last year. However, he still continues to show his incredible passion and determination and motivation for his talents, having recently gigged in Japan. I hope you enjoy this video as much as I did filming it, and let's get into it. This question is, when did you start playing guitar?
I started playing guitar when I was 15. First thing I ever learned on the guitar was All or Nothing by the Small Faces. I saw it on Top of the Pops.
Did you?
I watched him playing, I watched his fingers, and I thought I could do that, so I learned it.
Wow. Question is, what inspired you to play guitar and be in a band?
I first liked music when I heard Bob Dylan play Like a Rolling Stone when it was in the charts. I went to see Stevie Winwood with the Spencer Davis group at Doncaster Gormont, and he was playing a white Stratocaster, Fender Stratocaster guitar, and I thought, I want to do that. That was 1966. I saw a band before that. When I was 11, I went to see the Rolling Stones. My big brother Brian took me to Sheffield City Hall, but we were all screaming girls, and I couldn't make sense of it at that time.
Who were your favourite artists listening to growing up?
Well, firstly I saw Jimi Hendrix at Sheffield City Hall when I was 15, and I'd seen him on Top of the Pops in January 1967, and I was blown away when he played. Saw him play Hey Joe, and I thought that was fantastic.
Moving on to when you got into the band, when did you get your first record deal and how did it make you feel?
Well, we started in pub bands in 1968 when I was 15, just doing odd little school gigs, and his first pub gig was for 50 pence, which was 10 shillings at the time. That was at the Canal Tavern at Swinton. It's knocked down now. And we just kept doing pub gigs, and we just progressed, and we lost band members because some dropped out along the way and some stuck the course. And in 1979 we got a record deal by hook or by crook, and we did the first album, and it was released in 1979, just called Saxon.
And how did that make you feel, getting the record deal?
Well, it was marvellous having a record deal at last, because it was something you'd strive for. And then when we did a second album, Wheels of Steel, in January 1980, that went straight in the charts at number 5, the album charts. And we ended up being on Top of the Pops playing Wheels of Steel.
All right, first of 2 heavy metal bands on Top of the Pops, it's Saxon.
And I'd seen Top of the Pops since I was a child, watching it, seeing all my favourite artists on, and to be honest, first time was just unbelievable.
It's surreal, isn't it? I'd be so amazed. I bet it were amazing. And I always wonder this. It's like, what was the moment when you just knew you were like, I've done it, like I've made it? Like, when was that moment where you were like,
when the Wheels of Steel album went in at number 5 in the album charts, like I mentioned, and we were on top of the pops, and actually being on TV and doing that show, that's when you realised you'd done it, you'd actually achieved it. And then the first American tour in September 1980 with Rush and AC/DC and Black Sabbath, we played on support to all them acts. We were there for 5 weeks and we were just going from strength to strength. It was a fantastic period of time to be.
Yeah, definitely. So, where is your favourite place that you've visited on tour?
I think it's got to be.
Or some of your favourite places?
Some of the favourite places are Italy is always fantastic for fans. Japan's been absolutely amazing to us over the years. First time I went was 1981 and the last time I went was 2 months ago. So it's been fantastic. And I like California and America. It was a fantastic tour in America.
Yeah, but since recording so many albums and touring in different places, what are some of your favourite memories?
One of my favourite memories is going to the Ship Inn at Swinton in South Yorkshire on a Friday night and kids coming up to me saying, I'm coming to see you at Donington tomorrow. And that was 1980, August, we played Donington Park, the first ever Donington Festival. And when I spoke to Metallica, because they're friends of mine, when I spoke to them, they see Donington as my Woodstock. I were awed by when I met people who played Woodstock, and they were awed by people who played the very first Monsters of Rock Donington Festival.
Yeah, I remember.
So 50,000 people just walked on stage and they went crazy.
Gosh. Is it called Download now?
It's Download now, but it used to be on a one-day festival, which were much better, I thought.
Yeah, definitely. What is your favourite song to perform, or some of your favourites?
A lot of the songs I like to play are my own songs for Saxon songs is like Dallas or Power and the Glory. Ones that I coined the riff for. It was a collaborative effort from all the band members. The arrangement was done by all the band, but the favourites of mine are the riffs that I came up with.
Yeah.
Like Wheels of Steel, Dallas 1 PM, Never Surrender, Power and the Glory.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Fabulous. Bravo.
Ask me about playing songs. Sometimes when I go to jam sessions, I like to play some Jimi Hendrix songs, like All Along the Watchtower. I did a tour of Italy playing All Along the Watchtower and other songs from Jimmy with Ula John Roth, which was fantastic. I was his rhythm guitarist and he was a very good taskmaster because he's a maestro on guitar. It was fantastic to be able to back Uli up on some of the favourite songs that I love, like Watchtower. So that. Oh, I have to do it again.
Start again. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good. That one's one that I use not as much as I used to do in early Wheels of Steel days. I used to use it all the time. This one's one I've had since 1970. It's my favourite. It's had neck off it 3 times. You can see where it's been stuck back on. Parts all the time. And it's got that logo on it.